Hey guys, Spartan here. I know I haven't done jack shit in a few weeks or something, but that's because I've been busy. Very busy, and I still need to fix my computer. Still. Yes, long story, but this is not the time for that. I'm just gonna do a Hearthstone thing. Because, why not? Now the thing is, I don't play ranked very much. Everyone knows this, except no one really does. I just don't like ranked too much. It's a bunch of tryhards, and I've been a shaman main for pretty much all of my time in Hearthstone. Apart from when I first joined, I was like Paladin, and then Rogue, and then I just stuck with Shaman once Evolve rolled around. And basically, Shaman has sucked for the past few expansions. Well, ever since forever, I think. Ever since Tunnel Trog and Totem Golem rotated out. But finally, in the newest expansion, the Witchwood, with certain cards rotating out and certain cards rotating in, don't think I need Hex. Do I need Hex? Probably, actually. I'll keep it. Yep, there's no more Jade Golems, which is sad because there's no more Aya, aka the character that my profile picture is. But we did get, well, Shaman did get one ridiculously, stupidly overpowered card, and it's called the Shudderwalk. And just read this effect. This effect is just stupidly overpowered, and can very easily go infinite. And wow, this bitch got fucking turn 1 Prince Keleseth. I don't think I'm going to win this match. Despite having Shudderwalk in my starting hand. Which, I mean, I'd prefer to get it turn 9, but I'll take this. So, Priest changed a fair bit. Tempo MC Tech. Priest no longer has Dr. OP, aka Draconid Operative. It no longer has Nether Spite Historian. It still has fucking Spiteful Summoner, which is the biggest problem with the Priest archetype. Dark Reaper is still in the meta, but to be honest... No, not to be honest. To be fair, Dark Reaper was never really a problem. It's a good card, but it's not that oppressive. You just don't need to attack. You know what? I'll buff the guy with Defender of Argus. Basically, I don't want him to be able to get by without killing his minions. Dark Reaper can get a hit in, but he only does 1 damage on his turn. So, basically, this deck is filled with Battlecry minions such as Defender of Argus, MC Tech, Dragon Slayer, which is most likely going to be played this turn if he plays like a Twilight Drake or something, which I'm predicting he will, with my powers of deduction and knowing every single card that's in these decks. Shudderwalk basically gets a huge amount of value. Okay, that's not a Twilight Drake, that's a fucking Duskbreaker. But it still works because it's still a dragon. It's free real estate. So basically when I drop Shudderwalk now, it'll trigger MC Tech, Defender of Argus, and Dragon Slayer, which means that, well, granted I can't choose the targets, but I generally use abilities that don't need to be targeted. Like Defender of Argus specifically targets the minions next to it, so that's good. I'm probably going to Lightning Storm here. Yep, Lightning Storm. I need to kill Cobalt Scalebang. It's just too much of an oppressive minion. MC Tech, do I want to play that? I really don't have anything better. The reason I have Mindbreaker in this deck is because of the fact that the most oppressive, well not oppressive, the most powerful decks are even and on Paladin, respectively. That's because their hero power is just so good. And everyone knows Shaman's hero power sucks. It's just a plain fact. You get a random totem. Who wants a random totem? Nobody. So I know he has a dragon in his hand, and really I didn't get taunt. Just need to put up some tempo here. I don't want to play Shudderwalk until I played at least one Saronite Chain Gang and maybe Grumble. There's Twilight Drake. He probably has more dragons in his hand, but he does not have Worm Slayer, at least, which is a real problem, because it's a fucking 4/11 taunt. Hey look, Grumble. Do I want to Grumble right now? I don't get too much value. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. Lone Champion's effect only, of course, triggers when he is the only minion on the board. However, even, like, the Battle Cry will still trigger, it's just the effect situational, meaning Shadow Walk does get value there. Come on, Twilight Acolyte, really? Hate that card. You know what, it would be funny if I top-decked Earthshock and used it on my own Grumble, so I could give him, like, back his 7 attack. Because that does work. I have 2 Earthshocks in this deck as well. Hey look, there's my Prince Keleseth. Let's see, who to kill first? Shadow Walk will get, like, no value here, sadly. I might need to kill this just to prevent lethal. Just gonna get as many minis on the board as possible right now. So this is of course Spiteful Priest, you can tell because they've played no spells so far, meaning that they have 2 spells in their deck, or 4, they have 2 copies of 2 spells. Free from Amber, and Mind Control, which means on turn 10 I can't play anything that's big that doesn't win me the game instantly. And here's Free from Amber into like Ysera. Nope, that's a charged Devil Saw, really? Oh wait, that is lethal, I forget, because it doesn't get its bloody effect to not attack face when it's someone from Free from Amber. You know what? I'm gonna chalk that down to bad matchup. Priest is just not good for me. And I didn't draw Saronite Chain Gang. This deck requires Saronite Chain Gang to win. It also requires my opponent to not get super lucky and fucking get Prince Keleseth on turn 1 or 2. I didn't expect... Basically, Priest is like the only deck that runs Prince Keleseth. Even this deck, the net decks that people make that involve Shadow Walk, do not run Prince Keleseth because they run Murmuring Elemental. This is a very confusing hand. I probably do want Shadow Walk in my hand because, granted, I have to wait turns, but then again, I don't have to, like, I can't get screwed by it being at the bottom 3 cards of my deck, which it has been multiple times. It was once at the bottom 1 card of my deck, and I lost that game because it was the bottom card of my deck, and it is the win condition of this deck. So I hope this video turns out fine. I am not very... I'm still not used to OBS... whatever this version is. It's OBS 21.0.1, which is probably a few versions ago, but I haven't updated because I can't be fucked, honestly. I just want to use OBS Classic. I'm used to it. But they've completely taken it off the line. It ain't broke, don't fix it. So, this rogue deck is probably just going to be the same rogue deck that everyone runs. They dagger up on turn 2, they play Hench Clan Thug on turn 3, which becomes a 4-4 once they attack. So, I'm going to play Dragon Slayer so that it can't do that. They all play the same cards. Blink Fox, their win condition is like Tess. But the problem with that against Shaman is that Shaman has really bad randomly generated cards. Most notably, however, would be cards like... Oh, hey, thanks. So yeah, most notably would be cards like Ice Fishing, Totemic Might, you know, garbage cards that don't really do anything. But yeah, that's why you don't play Rogue versus Shaman. Then again, you don't have a choice. If I could make a choice of which enemies to fight, I would choose only Rogues. It's because they're easy. If I could choose one deck not to fight, it would be Priest. Okay, Warlock. Q-Block is still very popular if you played last meta. The thing is that, you know, this deck can rush enemies down. Oh hey, Prince Keleseth on turn 2. Or turn 1. I probably just want to play Blazing Invocation turn 1, save the coin. The only reason I have this card in my deck is to potentially get more Shadow Walks. I mean, adding more weird battle cries in is kind of good. Never know. Here comes me, take book. It's guaranteed to be in their hand, most likely. AKA, rigged. I'll take Grumble, because Grumble is part of the deck, and basically what Shadow Walk needs you to do to win is you need Saronite Chain Gang to summon another Shadow Walk, and then you need Grumble to add that Shadow Walk back to your hand, and it costs 1, so you can get more Shadow Walks. The reason I run Prince Keleseth is because I don't need Murmuring Elemental, really, because Shadow Walk generally just wins the turn you play it. Plus, you know, it's good to get +1/+1, it helps against aggro. I mean, that's a 3 mana 5/4. That's like a Marsh Drake. I'm gonna play Lone Champion. Thunderwalk does create a huge amount of tempo as well, especially if he gets Taunt and Divine Shield. Really? You're gonna Doomsayer a fucking Lone Champion? I don't want to Hex that. That would be like pointless. He's gonna play Mountain Giant next turn, or the Skull of the Minari. If he plays Skull of the Minari, I get to Hex either a Doomsayer or a Void Lord next turn. If he plays Mountain Giant, I just Hex Mountain Giant, most likely. Okay.
What mess have you summoned me to?
Death, that's what mess. Life Drinker's a 5... No, it's a 4/4. I can play a Totem and play Dragon Slayer. I don't need Life Drinker's effect yet.
There is a method to my madness.
So, yeah, Warlock does not play, whatchamacallits, dragons. Oh, I don't need to save that for anything. I bet he's got a cube and a Dark Pact or whatever it's called. Yep. It's Warlock Druid the nuts. Don't think I can come back from this. I'm gonna have to Volcano just to clear the board. Don't know how loud that is. Probably a fair bit. I do have enough mana to Hex this thing. The only problem is if this guy gets Gul'dan by turn 10. The Death Knight, that is. And there's a fucking Mountain Giant, hooray. Okay, Hex. That thing is just a fucking wall I need to get rid of. Mostly because it's a taunt that summons 3 taunts when it dies. If only I had Tinkmaster Overspark. If only I could give this thing taunt and kill it with the Black Knight. Playing Stonehill Defender, which means that if he discovers like a Lich King or something like that, I can take it. That's not good for me. Unless I get lucky and MC Tech steals a Mountain Giant. There we go. That evens the odds a bit. He probably has a Siphon Soul anyway to kill the Mountain Giant that I have, which is not good for me. If he doesn't, however, I can get some very good value here. Come on. Take your move. Next turn, I have 9 mana, so I could Grumble and then play everything else. Grumble makes Mountain Giant cost 0, doesn't it? Because it does get the effect afterwards. Okay, so he doesn't have Siphon Soul, which means I can kill his Mountain Giant with my Mountain Giant. If he does not play, like, Defile or something. Defile would deal 1, 2, 3 damage to all minions. Okay, it would deal 5 now. That's not good for me. And goodbye, Mountain Giant. Okay, I am dead to Gul'dan right now. Or Serenite Chain Gang, that helps slightly. Life Drinker gets me some health back. Really can't play anything else now. So if he has Gul'dan, he gets 2 Doom Guards, which will destroy the Serenite Chain Gangs. But then again, I just need to clear the board. Oh, please discover like a Lich King or something. Black Knight gets a ridiculous amount of value against Lich King. It's a 5 mana thing that destroys pretty much everything. Are you kidding me? Here's another Dark Pact to summon more Void Lords. He wouldn't do that if he didn't have Dark Pact, because Shaman has Hex, of course. It's gonna create like an even larger wall now. A larger and larger wall. Okay, this is pretty good. I can do this. And Grumble to return them to my hand. Life Drinker. Serenite Chain Gang up again. And I can coin And add another life drinker to my hand so I can get more health.
There is a method to my madness.
He plays Lakari Fellhound, really? I mean, I guess you wouldn't play it, it's more just to get free from Skull of Minari. It's worse than Void Lord and it would kind of clog up your deck. I don't get it. So, I'm not... Am I dead to anything? I'm dead to, no, I'm not dead to Gul'dan. At least, not yet. Those Void Lords are a problem, however. If I get Shudderwalk, I can make it recovery. Then again, that's kind of all situations. Voodoo Doll, really? Oh, that's bad. Once again, I'm dead to Gul'dan, but I can Black Knight this turn. And Healing Rain. There's the Shudderwalk. I kind of want to wait one turn before using Shudderwalk. If I can stack on Black Knight's effect, that will give me a free Killer Taunt minion. As long as that minion he draws isn't like a very powerful demon.
Very useful.
And it's a fucking Doom Guard. Which means that I'm dead to Gul'dan. Again. And seeing he has only 7 cards left in his deck, he probably has lethal. Nope, he does not have Gul'dan. That's good for me. I wonder if he's going to kill the Black Knight. Yep, he's going to kill the Black Knight, okay. So I need to get lucky with Order of Operations with Shudderwalk, otherwise I lose. It's all luck-based. I need Serenite Chaingang to trigger before Grumble does. Okay, I got Void Lord. With a fucking guy. And Grumble triggered first, which is terrible. Lone Champion trigger first. A Black Knight, at least. Oh, wait. I forgot Zol the Gorgon also gave me a Shudderwalk, which is very good. This is going to force him to use Twisting Nether, if he has it, and I can still play Shudderwalk next turn. This card is how you win. So he needs to Twisting Nether, otherwise I can, like, do ridiculously overpowered combos next turn. Because I can guarantee that Grumble will trigger on one of these Shudderwalks, meaning that I get more Shudderwalks, and I can play more of them. Like, this thing triggered 2 Life Drinkers, which gave me 6, and dealt 6 to him. I can still do that next turn, which does put him in very dangerous range of dying. Also, praise MC Tech for actually giving me a minion that's, like, really good from his side of the board. Granted, I would have accepted pretty much anything, but I would have preferred Void Lord. Because it's a very sticky minion. Unless you have silence removal, you can't really deal with it. Seems this guy can't do anything. And he is, of course, killing the things to play around MC Tech from Shudderwalk's effect. Does he have to file? Because there's a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he has to file. I don't think he has any demons left in his deck. And he just cleared his own board for me. Snicker snack, bitch. And that's how you go from losing to winning with 1 card. Congratulations, Shudderwalk, you are truly the most balanced minion in all of Hearthstone. I'll do one more match. See if I can get to rank 7 in this video. As I've said, I don't play ranked much. I think the highest rank I ever got was, like, fucking rank 10, and then I just quit because I didn't want to play anymore. This was back when, Priest meta was the thing. As in Shadow Reaper, Anduin, OTK, Raza bullshit. Hey look, it's another Gul'dan. See if I can get another lucky start. Okay, I get Serenite Chaingang at the start. I don't need Healing Rain because this isn't an overly aggro deck. Apart from Mountain Giant, it has, like, no aggro. Yay, Volcano. Could have used that last game, probably. I won at least anyway. So, of course, once again, Kobold Librarian turn 1. Blazing Invocation does have an extra chance to give you Shadow Walk because it is a class card, therefore it gets an occurrence bonus. You know what, this seems stupid, but I'm gonna play King Mukla and try and mill him, like with the bananas. Hey, it might work. You never know what you'll mill. Sometimes you can mill Gul'dan, and the bananas aren't overly useful. Plus you get a 3 mana 5/5, which is... it's pretty good. And the downside is it plays into Mountain Giant. Okay, so I'm going to coin Dragon Slayer here, because I need to get big minions out quickly. Not an overly big minion, but it is well statted for its cost. Also, yes, I run 1 Dragon Slayer in this deck and it's golden. Mortal Coil. Mortal Coil tap. Okay, so he has 7 cards in his hand. Oh wait, no, he has 8. If I use the bananas, I can mill him right now. And I can hex his Mountain Giant next turn. Please mill something very good. Ha! Cube. Take that, you piece of shit. What, you think you're safe from milling now Cold Light Oracle is rotated out of standard? You must be joking. Forget that I tech in King Mukla to all my decks. Tar Creeper? Tar Creeper won't save you. Oh wait, he has a banana, yes it will. Oh hey, Earthshock. Want to get another Mukla? I'm just gonna play Saronite Changang right now. I'll Earthshock him next turn, which will of course remove his taunt and his ability to pretty much do anything with that. Mountain Giant? Hellfire. Ugh. I'm playing more bananas. I don't think I really want to do much this turn. As Hex. I'm okay with this match going very slowly. I just need to get Shutterwalk. I need to get my win condition before he gets his win condition, which is basically card games in a nutshell. Surprised he hasn't got Mountain Giant yet. He's gone through a third of his deck. Almost half. But let me rephrase that. He's drawn a third of his deck. Maybe I should have used Zola to get another Mukla. Stop him from drawing so much. And again, he only has 1 cube, so his combo is going to be a bit harder to do. Do they still run Spirit Singer Umber in this deck? I don't know. It's a good combo with cube, but it's bad with everything else in the deck. Oh wait, no, it also synergizes with Possessed Lackey. I'm going to keep the Earthshock, no matter what, because it does have very good synergy with killing the stupid Possessed Lackeys. It kills them and they don't do anything. So no more, yes, oh yes, they'll serve me now. Really hate that minion. Basically 5 mana, 2/2 Death Rattle, summon a fucking Void Lord from your deck, and ruin Evolve even more. Evolve's dead, of course, because Evolve left standard. Some people actually run Unstable Evolution in Shadowwalk Shaman. I don't, however, because I have a brain and know that it sucks in a lot of situations. Oh hey, look, it's exactly what I said. Don't need any of you. 3 mana for a 2/4 Taunt Divine Shield is really good. It's +1/+2 on an Neutron. And everyone played an Neutron back in the days of GVG. It's still a pretty good minion today. Of course it's worse than Righteous Protector, but that's a class-specific card. You know what Shaman needs? More board clears. What, you think you can stop me with a fucking Mountain Giant? You can't break through in 1 hit. Ah, you have a Voodoo Doll and a Mortal Coil, I'm guessing. No? No Mortal Coil? Okay. Oh, please, steal the Mountain Giant. That isn't that good. I'll use a Hex right now. So, this Warlock knows that I'm out of Hexes, which is kind of bad. Always good to make your opponent think, he's out of removal, get him. No, wait, that's always a bad thing. I got that messed up. It's always good to make them question whether they have Hex in their hand, or something really good like that. Maybe I should have Volcanoed then. Volcano is a pretty good spell, but it does limit your future turns. I'd rather wait until I have 10 mana. Lord Godfrey? This guy plays that card? Huh. It's odd, because almost as if this is not a fucking, whatchamacallit, Q block. I have Shadow Walk, but I want to get more Battle Cries in. If I can get Grumble and Zola the Gorgon on Grumble, then I'll pretty much win the game. No Doomguard. Come on. Okay, he's setting up like a cube next turn. However, unfortunately, 4 plus 3 plus 7 is 14, which means Volcano clears the board. Now, I still get wrecked by Gul'dan, and he probably has in his hand since he's playing very slowly, like very slowly. Also, I don't have the mana to do much next turn. I can't play Shudderwock, I can't Black Knight and Zola. There's another Mountain Giant. I'm going for this weird play here. I'm going to give all minions in my deck +2/+2. Maybe it'll convince him to try and control the board a bit more. Maybe. That's not right. Also, I've gotten no life drinkers so far this game, so this would be really bad. And he has... That's a fucking Mortal Coil, you moron. It's not a Dark Pact. Yeah, get Shrek'd. Okay, so I have 2 4/5s, which is pretty good. Shadowwalk does not win the game, but it is a good play. Almost guaranteed to get more value. There's the Healing Stone. You have more of them. Here's another Mortal Coil, it seems. Nope. He meant to use Dark Pact on his cube, but he hit Mortal Coil instead. Oh, hilarious. I'm actually going to Healing Rain here just to get me out of lethal range. Play Black Knight just to stack it onto Shadowwalk's effects. Plus I can kill the cube. I mean, he doesn't have terrible stats. They're pretty bad, but they're not terrible. That's not good. He gets 1 Doomguard. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. So, let's see. He has 8 damage right now. Kind of need Shudderwalk to get more life. Does he have another Doomguard? Actually, yeah, he does definitely have another Doomguard, so I need to take a risk here. I don't think this actually lets me win. I don't think I've played any life drinkers this game. I believe I've lost. Oh wait, no, never mind, Defender of Argus. Forgot about that. Black Knight. Dragon Slayer. Saronite Chain Gang. This forces him to use Twisting Nether, but Twisting Nether isn't that bad of a card to play here. You have 1 card left in your deck. Are you saying you do not have Twisting Nether in your deck at all? He's gonna play it. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. It's a staple card. Oh fuck, he doesn't have Twisting Nether? Everyone has Twisting Nether.
What do you ask of me?
Bananas. Yeah, I kind of probably shouldn't have put a bad battle cry like that into my deck. Need to kill one of these Shudderwalks just to kill the Doomguard. I can remove his ability to use his hero power and play a very powerful Mindbreaker due to the 3 Keleseths I've used. Actually, no, it's 4 that I've used. So he cannot use his healing ability anymore, which means that it puts him at a distinct disadvantage. Black Knight will be able to kill Void Lord, and I can kill the 3 cronies with these dudes. Bananas. This is why I put Mindbreaker in my deck. And his last card is Defile. Didn't attack with Void Lord for some reason. None shall pass. Take that. No one expects the Black Knight. So this guy's got nothing. He needs to kill Mindbreaker in order to use his overpowered hero power of effectively Life Drinker. Yes, my jaws that bite, my claws that catch. Oh, come on, give me another Shadow Walk. Just for the memes. And I have to reply. Ah, fuck, I misspelled it. Yeah, whatever. Hooray for Shadow Walk. Savior of the game, and punisher of enemies that do not run Twisting Nether in their deck. Hilarious. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to do. It was a fucking 12-minute match, Jesus. I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it is. I am approaching the 1,000 subscriber goal, which is good. Then you can see my horrible face. So, yep. So long.